In this video, I'm going to rank the top 10 best Dragon Ball Heroes fights found in episodes 1 to episode 34. That's right, I'm going to condense 3 years of Dragon Ball Heroes fights into the 10 greatest fights. Number 10, Super Saiyan 4, Goku and Vegeta vs. Cumber. Super Saiyan 4 is back in Dragon Ball Heroes, so it isn't too long until we get a Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. Together they join forces and eventually fuse into Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta to fight a new evil Saiyan named Cumber. I don't know what it is about that name, but it just feels wrong to say. It's like the moist of Saiyan names. Is this fight great? Not really, but it's the charm that is Dragon Ball Heroes. It's just throwing anything it can at the wall, and this time they threw Super Saiyan 4 and a new evil Saiyan, but I assure you, it gets much weirder. Number 9, Goku vs. Orin and Kamen. The Tuffles are back and they come in pairs. The fight brings us Orin and Kamen who take on Piccolo and Android 17 until Goku joins the battle with his fresh angel attire. Ultra Instinct makes an immediate appearance and mops the floor with the twins. It's Dragon Ball Heroes though, so it has to up the ante, and it spares no expense as the Tuffle twins fuse together to become Kami Orin, who ultimately just kinda looks like that character from Raging Blast 2. Bruh. But how will Goku beat this giant monster when he only used Ultra Instinct Omen last? Oh yeah, that'll work. Number 8, Frieza and Cooler vs. Goku and Hearts. Jumping to the most recent episodes of Dragon Ball Heroes, we have Frieza and his brother Cooler reunited as they take on Goku and a new character named Hearts. Hearts is kinda awesome, but you're gonna have to keep watching to learn about him. Trust me. This fight is short and sweet, but it's great to see Frieza and Cooler fighting together. However, the villains get a burst of evil energy, making them stronger from the Black Star Dragon Balls of all things being shoved into their bodies. I wish I could tell you that was it, but this fight is interrupted by none other than the original Broly of all things. Number 7, Vegeta vs. Fu. Without going into much detail, Fu is one of the big bads orchestrating a lot of the fights happening in Dragon Ball Heroes. He's also apparently a demon king in the making with a lot of power. Great, now that you're caught up, he's trying to destroy all the universes and Vegeta is there to say nah. Fu's attacks are similar to Goku Black's in that he has a bladed weapon and he shoots out energy, which I thought was actually pretty interesting. But it's not enough. He gets a devastating kick to the head and a good old Kamehameha to seal the deal. Number 6, Vegeto's versus Broly. Remember when I said Broly was in this? Well, this is the first time he shows up in the series, and it takes Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta of all things to stop him. However, as I'm sure you're starting to understand by this point, it's Dragon Ball Heroes, so we gotta crank that dial to 11, and my friends, 11 in this scenario is Super Saiyan 4 Broly versus both incarnations of Vegeta. The fight itself is actually okay, but again, what Dragon Ball Heroes is selling ain't quality, it's the craziest fights they can think of. In this regard, this fight actually made me smile because of the sheer absurdity of it all. So you got me on this one, Dragon Ball Heroes. Number 5, Metal Cooler vs. Cumber. Again, that name is just horrible to say. We've already seen Cooler, but this fight between Cumber is the first time we see Cooler go from this to Metal Cooler. Shockingly, his metal armor also turns gold during the transformation process, because of course it does. While short and sweet, I thought the fight itself between Metal Cooler and Cumber was a pretty fun time. Cooler and Cumber clash until Cooler unleashes his final attack before deciding to flee due to some malfunction. Cumber barely makes it out, but something tells me he'll be back at some point. Number 4, Destroyer of Gods, Hearts. Hearts is one of the big bads at this point, and Destroyer of Gods Hearts is his final form. He needs to go through Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. To do so, he pulls a Thanos and throws a planet at him. Gogeta, while looking amazing if I may say so myself, is struggling, and because it's Dragon Ball Heroes, he finds himself between Hit and Jiren, who join the battle to help push that pesky planet out of the way. With the coast now clear, Gogeta comes in for one final punch, and this is where we get a heartfelt cry from Hearts explaining his actual motives. I won't lie, I was a little shocked at how interesting he was as a character. And while I'm not the biggest fan of his design, I would definitely be interested in seeing his character continued in the canon. Number 3, Genemba. Fusion Reborn is one of my favorite Dragon Ball movies, and while it may not have made as much money as I thought it would, Dragon Ball Heroes ropes our boy Genemba back in for one more swing, and they gave him a brand new coat of paint for his return. He looks incredibly stylish and destroys Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta until the original Goku and Vegeta come in as Super Saiyan Blue to take the villain on together. Oh, and it's Dragon Ball Heroes, so again, Trunks is just gonna turn Super Saiyan 3 and help the Gokus and the Vegetas fight Genemba? I mean, just that sentence alone. Mwah! You know what's cooler than Super Saiyan 3 Trunks? Super Saiyan God Trunks. And how about we add Limit Breaker's Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, because why not? This is Dragon Ball Heroes after all. From this point, Genemba takes 2 big old dragon fists through his stomach, causing him to blow up. Man, what a wild ride this fight was. Number 2, Heroes Special. This fight has nothing to do with the show's story arcs. Instead, it takes place inside a world in which players play a real game of Dragon Ball Heroes and battle. This episode is kind of a mix between Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball, where the main characters select Dragon Ball characters as their deck and fight each other in a virtual battle world. Even the players happen to be callbacks to famous Dragon Ball characters such as Goku, Chi-Chi, Bulma, and even Beerus. The actual fighting is just a mash of characters going at it, but it's still a sight to see the likes of Goku fighting alongside Bardock and other famous characters. The art was great, the music was fantastic, and I think the episode in total was not only entertaining, but I'd actually be interested in a fully realized version of this. Number 1, Goku vs. Hearts. Let me start by saying this fight, although short, is better than a lot of Super's earlier fights. Given the time and budget of a promotional show for Dragon Ball Heroes, I was shocked at how great the fight between Hearts and Goku looked, and how fluid the animation was. Goku's Super Saiyan Blue design looks clean, but like I said before, the fight itself moves at such a nice pace. When Goku dodges all of Hearts' attacks, it looks incredible, but then there was this. How cool was that? It may not seem like much, but having the characters interact with the world helps it feel alive as opposed to more. Hearts was a surprising villain. His motivations were interesting and one that we hopefully get to see in Super someday. But for right now, I can at least confirm his fight with Goku is the best fight in Dragon Ball Heroes. Dragon Ball Heroes is a mishmash of fan favorite characters returning in absurd environments that have some interesting fights sprinkled about. However, just like Goose Gang, it exceeded my expectations. Keep it cute.